last phase, we went back into the jury room after hearing the final closing statements and the instructions from the judge. We discussed the mitigating and aggravating factors. After quite a period of discussion, we took a poll amongst ourselves to see where we were in agreement or disagreement.
Was it with the initial poll, was it unanimous, or did you guys have some people?
No, it was not unanimous on the initial poll.
What was it?
I believe it was 8 to 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Or 8 to 4, 8 in favor of the death penalty, 4 in favor of life without possibility of parole. Yes, it did. We did some more discussion to see what the reasons were, on both sides, why those that were in favor of the death penalty, those were in favor of life without possibility of parole. And we discussed more the aggravating and mitigating factors. We also discussed keeping emotions out of the decision and sticking to the aggravating and mitigating factors that were to be considered. And after that, we did re-poll. The second poll was 10 to 2. 10 in favor of the death penalty, 2 in favor of life without possibility of parole. And there was much discussion after that. Yes, it did get a little heated and frustrating, and we tried to work with each other and express our views until we reached a point that we agreed that we were not going to agree. I was in favor of the death penalty.
Yeah, and the other two are alternates, but yes, I was also in favor of that. Even if there was a lot, even if a portion of what came out through the psychologists and stuff was accurate, it just didn't seem to overcome for me the heinousness of it.
Did it all hang from women's testimony, women being analyzed and annihilated in college? Did everything, if those two hadn't testified, do you think your decision would have been different in the early days?
I'd like to answer that. I think that their testimony was very key in the decisions that we reached, mostly for the fact that they knew too many little details that coincided with Mr. Degorski's confession, that we believe that it gave them credibility in their statements. The fact that they didn't remember details about minute timelines, which may have been important. I think one thing that really sealed it for me and stood out to me is the fact that they knew about the wedge that was placed at the door. That was one of the key factors, amongst others.
Cynthia, you voted for death?
Yes, sir.
Can you live with Degorski spending the rest of his life in prison?
I have to. That was our decision. Am I happy with that overall decision? I would have liked to see him get the death penalty. But we did deliberate and we followed our instructions, and if we can't all be unanimous in that, then that's the way our system is set up, and that was our decision.